Yeah, I was
about it.
gonna say because it doesn't.
Now
look
we're
like
live.
to me.
Now we're live.
Now we're live.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. There we go. That was a really weird launch, you guys. Normally, to the viewers, apologies. Normally, we're mid conversation when this thing starts, and this time we were all just sitting there looking at each other awkwardly, and then the launch actually took longer than normal. So I don't know what's going on there, but we're gonna let it warm up for a little bit here. Tom, what do you have for a minute to win it?
Oh, minute to win it. You know, I guess I've been gone for a couple weeks. Went to Denver was there for 8 days and had a great time. Saw Wu-Tang Clan, saw Run the Jewels, saw Deltron 3030, put up some high scores on, Frogger. It was just an all-around great time. There for work, but still able to slip away. The work event went well. But really didn't read any comics and didn't buy any comics there. And normally when you're in Denver, guys, what do you do when you're in Denver? What's in Denver?
I mean,
Denver,
the largest comic shop in the country.
Denver.
You go there, and as John has been there before, and I've been there before, you kind of realize it's just kind of like a dusty, dirty room, and so you don't have like a huge drive to go back like over and over and over. So I actually didn't go this time since I've been there a few different times, and but I did read a really good Elmore Leonard pulp book about moonshine in the 1930s. So that was really good.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to get back into a comic book fashion. Like books like Mikey Martinez's new book.
So. Ooh, that's right. Shout out to Mikey Martinez, Comic Book Genie. Comment right out of the gate here. Randy, thank you for tuning in this evening. Waves at host and celebrities. That's right. I honestly, I am the humble host here. These two are rock stars, though. Or I totally did it the wrong direction. This is a rock star, and this is a rock star. I can't even do that right with these windows. But excuse me. Which way to the comics, Tom? That's right. Okay. I guess we should open the show, though. Hey. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it. Best drum roll I can do on this poor glass desk, which I'm hopefully going to be replacing soon. Hey everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy John on Demand, aka the Dynamic Librarian this evening, looking so suave with the locks back. Very, very much keeping my Jesus hair a secret. And joined by co-CEO, there can only be one, Midwest Highlander, Tom Devine. We're going to settle that debate here in a couple of weeks with Adrian Paul at SuperCon. So there can only be one. Sam was getting a little nervous with his hair too. He's like, should I hide it? I don't know. I mean, Adrian Paul might come for you, slice your head off at the sports card counter, blood all over the display case. It's going to be a mess. Speaking of Sam.
Can't live in fear, though. Got to let it go.
That's right. Fearless Sam here, you guys, aka the newest hot rod on the comic book lot. And ready to rock and roll tonight. We are proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics. So if you're in the Sioux Falls area, here's the plan. 42nd in Minnesota. Stop on by Wednesday through Saturday, preferably, because that's when you'll see these beautiful mugs with myself and Sam working. And then if you're in the Lincoln, Nebraska area, stop by and say howdy to Taylor and team. They're happy to help you out with the comic book needs. Boys, how are we doing tonight?
Good. And I just wanted to throw in, hey, if you're at the Rainbow about, either noon or 4:30 through 5:30 on Wednesday, you might run into me too. So, it's not like I'm never there. Just wanted to throw it in. You could run into me too, maybe. So
he's a special guest.
The Loch Ness monster that you are. I'm like, ahoy, it's a Tom.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. Chad, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And hello back to you as well. It's a great day in comics.
Dog.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it sounds like we got quite a bit to talk about. First of all, Mile High Comics, how did that go?
Yeah, didn't go to it.
Oh, didn't go. Okay, sorry.
So that was the whole thing. I did not go, and I didn't do anything.
Apparently, it's just really big and dusty. He said.
But yes, I've been there before. John's been there before.
Yeah.
It is just a massive. If you're going for some specific book or graphic novel, it's a good place because they're going to have it. They have every book. Yeah. But if you're like wanting to go see something that's unique, well, it's not that unique. But what is great is they do have huge dollar bins, and you can just go forever through these things. And so a lot of times I'll spend time doing that, and you pick up some weird, stuff you've never heard of. But I didn't go this time. Just too busy with work and the time that I could get away, into the shows and stuff like that.
Very jealous about that, by the way. That sounded awesome.
Yeah, of course. Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, I love it. Run the Jewels. Come on, they're so good. And
Yep.
yeah,
Very good.
and Deltron 3030 is no slouch either. So it was a great show.
Two things I wanted to lift up really quick here. First, I just got to give a shout out to Unsupervised, unofficial SuperCon stream that I'm a part of with co-host Becky. And last night I got to visit with an interview comic creator Tony Fleeks from Stray Dogs and Local Man. So that was actually really cool. So we were just talking and having fun. And Tom, those boys from Wednesday Comics were on there and just rowdy as all get up. And it was a good time. It was a great visit and highlighted them as well. So it was a fun show.
Marvin, Alex Garrett, you guys better watch out. Shape up or shape out.
That's right.
Or no, what is it? Shape up or ship out?
Ship out.
Ship out.
Also, I just wanted to give a shout out to Starbucks for this amazing Halloween line because I went around town and finally found this on the East Side Target because people were buying these up. This thing glows in the dark and then the slime is black. It's so cool looking. Yeah.
That is sweet.
Yeah. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Comic book look sponsored by Starbucks.
No question mark. We'll see. Yeah. Maybe a co-sponsorship. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be kind of gnarly, actually.
We have some inside scoops.
Yeah, there we
Bum,
go.
bum, bum. But tonight we have no set agenda, you guys. We are just going to talk about books. And definitely, I have some things I could certainly lift up that weren't on the wall this week, but definitely a couple of exciting offerings, one of which we all know I'm passionate about. But yeah, let's talk some books tonight, boys.
Great, John. I think that'd be really fun.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Before we get into the wall books, though, there is something in the background, just over Tom's shoulder there, that maybe came out recently that maybe we should give a shout out to and hopefully plug a future interview.
Exactly. Here's John's copy. Here's my copy. Still haven't given it to John, even though I gave him some stuff today.
Yeah, I was like, what? Shut up.
So
these are awesome. I thought that's what that was. I didn't even see this yet.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
So I forgot to put that in there. One's mine, one's John's. They're signed by our boy, Mark Wagner. He had his launch. Content Rot. This is my favorite indie comic book creator on any scene right now. He just so happens to also be from Sioux Falls, but this is some really solid stuff. I think he only has a few left. This print might be out, but me and John got some of the first copies, so we actually got this free gnarly print as well. Super dope. But yeah, Content Rot. It's his stuff always has a undertone of despair and nothing will get better and everything is possibly fucked, and it doesn't lose that, but this one's way funny as well at the same time, and it's all about a forced movie marathon with old horror movies and the rotting of brains that come around it. But yeah, check it out. Content Rot. John, I will get you your copy. I'm so sorry,
I totally thought that's what I didn't even see this. I'm so excited to show this.
I needed 2 copies.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So stupid. I gave John stuff today. I literally was next to this as I was grabbing that other stuff. Didn't, that's how it goes. Content Rot. This is a big episode though, because I did, I gave a little teaser for Sweet Cheeks, but to get these 2 books out in like 1 week right now, the 2 of the best, artists in Sioux Falls putting out comics, it's really, really exciting. But yeah, Content Rot. Make sure you're checking it out, and I'm sure we'll have Mark on to talk about it as well.
All right.
I haven't read it, but the name of it makes it look really interesting.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna love it.
Well, that is wow. I'm so excited to lift this up, Tom. I apologize. I didn't even look in here. I just was like, yeah, it's the comic. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna bust it out on the show, and it's not the comic. What is it, you ask? Sam has seen this beauty, and we posted this, but this is the original of Comics by Night, and then he threw in 4 prints as well. So I have 4 of these, which I'm so excited for. I think that with I don't know if I'm going to do the original or not, but what I want to do is have everyone involved in that video shoot sign it, because I had everyone at the first shoot sign this one, which was a prop from that shoot. So this would be perfect, and then do like a 2-frame thing and hang it on my wall. I love that. Oh, and then I'll have like a little picture. It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you like it, man. Yeah, it was
Dude,
you
just
so
made my day.
fun.
I didn't even know that that's what that was.
And Tom doesn't want to even maybe he doesn't want to admit it, but like I was watching him do portions of that as he was drawing that, and the efficiency and how he draws is just really cool and almost kind of inspiring, because I haven't drawn in over a couple of years, but I saw what he's been doing and I'm like, I liked drawing. It was really relaxing. Why don't I do that more? And I drew for the first time in a long time. So thanks to you, Tom, for that. And just putting some really good art out there, inspiring some souls.
Heck yeah.
Hey, hell yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been fun. Spork 4 is, I feel like, going to be the best one yet. It's a lot of just my art. It doesn't have a bunch of Sioux Falls sports in it. It doesn't have just dumb stories. I feel like it is concentrated on all good art pieces on every page. So
yeah,
I hope you guys like it. Yeah, I just did my count today. I'm at 24 pages, so I'm going to have to make it 28 pages, because it's got to be in multiples of 4 to work out for printing. So I have basically the front cover, the back cover, which will be really easy, the inside cover, which I'll make something, and then just one page. So I'm basically one page away from. I have some inking to do. I have a lot of the stuff. I have them all right here, but a lot of the stuff is still just pencils. So I do have some inking to do, but I have tons of finished art as well.
Yeah. Are you gonna throw the Comics by Night in there? I love this dude.
Of course, Johnny boy. That's why I'm trying to get it out before October, so it'll be like the a preview. So
yeah, heck yeah. Catching up on comments here really quick. Chad was weighing in on my mug, Secret of the Starbucks Ooze. And then he says that he did like the book already. Everything's effed if is where I am sold. Yep. And then Facebook user, which is actually Steve from Comic Book Bears, but it's in our group, which doesn't pull the names over because settings dumb. Why we didn't set a comic book lookup as a page and not a group, I don't know. But
we did it 13 years ago, John.
Yeah, it was like forever ago. But content route, depressing and weird and funny, sign me up. Yes, Steve, if you want one, we can definitely make that happen for you. So not an issue at all. And shout out to Steve and Comic Book Bears, by the way. We got to get Bill on sometime. I think in October we're gonna put DC Comics on trial with New 51. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun show.
Love it.
Wow. Thank you guys all, YouTube and Facebook, for everyone that's tuning in and commenting, and keep them coming. We love hearing from you guys. And the moment we don't have a proper itinerary, it just so this is awesome. Let's go ahead and hit some books here. Oh, on the Spork note, Tom, I wanted to let you know we've actually sold a couple of Spork 3s. I rung one up last week, and I just had one today.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was just really happy to see people checking out the local rack, and it's just people are enjoying it. So
that's awesome to hear, man. Yeah, great. Pick them up. That's the only place they're left. They're sold out. I don't even have any. The one I have left has like water damage on the cover. I'll show you. I only have one left. And, so my one issue of Spork 3 that I even own is all fucked up on the top. So I don't even have a regular issue.
You set like a water glass on there or something?
I might have to come in and buy an issue.
Yeah. That's awesome. Oh man. Well, awesome, man. Well, let's we'll hit some books here and see what we got into this week. Sam, do you want to kick it off first?
This guy.
So that guy.
Sadly enough, DC didn't Rainbow didn't get a lot of DC stuff, but we will be getting it this week. So I ended up not getting anything because why would I read a Marvel book?
Yeah,
who does that?
Yeah, why would I read that?
Who does that?
No one needs that. But all things said, though, I will bring up one book that I think I made a video about this and it got 3 views. but I'm gonna keep talking about it because I love it. It's the Enfield Gang Massacre. I picked this up out of a whim because of just loving the cowboy novel cover to it, and I read it, and it was it's like a lot of the stories you've probably read of cowboys if you've read cowboy stories, I guess. Like it's not as common as it used to be. But this is really fun. It's about a town that is getting a little tired of the bandits. It's trying to figure itself out. The sheriff is inept, and then somebody dies, and the bandits who are trying to go straight are blamed because obviously they're the bad guys. And it's like, but nope, they didn't kill him. They were thinking about going straight in the first issue. So I'm very, very excited to see what the second issue comes in, because probably what our second main character was a Texas Ranger, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a Texas Ranger, and he's not taking no sass. He's gonna take you down. And there's one scene in the first one I loved so much that like emphasized why I wanted to definitely get the second one. And I got the last one on the shelf. I don't know how lucky I am for that. It was I guess the shop owner has been killed, and it's very gruesome. And they go, who's going to go in and check it out? The Texas Ranger just does this, looking at the sheriff, and the sheriff's just kind of like, yeah, who's going to go in there? And he goes like, well, if you're not doing it, then I'm doing it. And it's all told without any words. It's all in the art. The art is the main reason you should be reading this, because it's just here's a page. Come on.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Sam. I mean, he's nailing this thing on the head. I'm so glad you're bringing this up. First of all, that Texas Blood, I love that series. And if you haven't read it, Sam, that is exactly, it's right up your alley, right? So we got Jacob Phillips. He does all of the coloring for my favorite series, which is like all of the Lawless series with Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, which is his dad. So he comes from a legacy of amazing comic book artists. And then he's pulling this shit off with this new writer that nobody really had heard of, Chris Condon. And since Texas Blood started, it has just gotten better and better. And it all revolves around this lawman who in that Texas Blood is a sheriff, but this ranger's kind of supposed to be the stand-in for him. And he's kind of the guy who could be soft and innocent, but needs to be hard as fuck when he needs to be, and will just take care of business. And it is that, like, that's my favorite shit. I love when somebody's like good at what they do, they handle it, they take care of business. And I love all of that. This, though, I think it might be better than that Texas Blood, because it's just the paper stock that it's on.
Oh yeah.
They made this whole presentation around it with fake rewards, fake newspaper prints.
Oh yeah. Did you read all that at the end too?
Yeah.
I did too, yeah.
Just loving it all. But then you do get these, huge flashback, huge, stings, full page stings before it goes into the story. And so then it is amazing. And because this guy has been coloring so long on these Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker stories, I mean, he has locked this shit in. He's got to be one of the best colorists around, and he's as well as inking and drawing and layouts and everything else. But his coloring, the way he does it, he never follows the line. So like, here's your panel, right? But he's going to color here into his face, over around everything. You see this light in the background right here, this thing, this is going to carry over into all of the other coloring. And that's what makes this thing different. So like, if we look at this coloring right here, he has this guy's hat is the same color as his forehead, cheeks, things like that. Nobody chooses these, but it gives it such a sparkle. It's because he has dynamite in his face. Oh, Sam, I'm so happy you brought this one up, man, because I'm right on board with you, dude. It's so good.
Like that in that first issue, like to bring in the coloring, it was literally like, do you remember how you do a flash forward and it's all like these faded blues and grays to show you like how like in cowboy stories, cowboy stories and like old detective stories, you just kind of know that you're gonna win, but it's not gonna end in fairy tales and
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
someone's the main character is probably going to be dead,
Yep.
and like there's probably going to be a sad widow or something in these types of stories, and like it really kind of shows off the this is the sad ending of the story you're about to read.
Totally, man. If you
Yeah,
guys
it's
are reading
cool.
Jonah Hex ever, you better be picking this up.
Yeah, except for that
Yeah.
future story that he was in.
Yep.
Don't read that.
That's not real one. I'm talking about the one shots with Jimmy Palminotti and Justin Gray writing. Come
There
on.
we go. Yep.
Jumping in here, catching up on comments. Sunny D is tuning in. Sunny D is an amazing StarCraft 2 streamer that I follow, and so it's just so fun to see him jump in and hype it up. Kylan is joining us here. Love the show, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow at Rainbow. Got to show Sam my game tomorrow. Kylan, thank you so much for tuning in, and good to see you, man. I always enjoy talking to Kylan. Like, I wish he would come to the shop more because it's just so fun to hear what he's up to and stuff. So yeah, I want to see the game too because you had told me a little bit about it too.
It's kind of fun because Kylan's been really falling in love with the Invincible stuff
Oh, cool.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And I'm living vicariously through him going like, oh, that was so sick. Yeah, that was so great. And I've been telling him every time, it's like, get ready for Astonishing Wolfman. Get ready for it. And he goes like, you don't have that though. I'm like, fine, I'll give you my copy.
You know what's funny
So
about
you can
Invincible? I have those compendiums 1, 2, and 3 on my bookshelf that just glare at me. Like they're right inches away from like where I sleep. And I'm like, I need to read you, but I also need to dedicate like 4 days to crush 3 compendiums.
I mean, if you could read those in 4 days, that would be insane in itself. I mean,
especially
you can
those like
digest
older
them.
ones.
Digest them over a 3-year period. It's so fucking good, John.
Yeah. I'm so excited to get into it. But yeah, I bought those just so I could binge it. So I do need to catch up for sure. Chad, I did see that about the Cowboys and the NFL. I don't know anything about sports, so yeah.
What about the Cowboys?
I don't know. He said that they died. So
They died.
I don't know. Yeah, if they lost a game.
They
or something.
won. They killed the Giants.
I don't know, but yeah. So Chad, I saw it, but
It's just very normal for people to make fun of the Cowboys.
Oh yes,
That's just.
I'm glad to do it as
a
well.
long legacy,
yeah.
and I can appreciate it. So thank you, Chad. Let's keep that Cowboy hate.
Cowboys. I'm there for it.
Cowboy hate. Hashtag Cowboy.
It's all right.
Oh no.
These Cowboys are all right.
Oh man.
Yes, exactly, Sam.
Tom, you are up.
All right. I'm going to talk the new Batman book. I'm not normally getting all these Batman books, but when I see that you got Raphael Grandpa doing the art, I'm going to pick that shit up. I'll flip through it. I've already flipped through it a few times. I haven't read a lick of it, but I was telling these guys beforehand, man, nobody does a Batman boot quite like Raphael Grandpa. And it's always original. It's always like teched out, detailed. It never looks like the last book he drew it. It never looks like someone else. It's always like Batman got fucking brand new boots just for Raphael Grandpa to write this next book. So let's find those boots. I had a good picture.
I gotta see these boots.
Yeah, I mean, they're very good, but this one, that's the bad guy boot, which Sam was showing us earlier. That's a really good shot with the bad guy boot. But in this bad guy, it's a real weird one. He's like he's crying all the time.
It's a lot of Batman villains, actually.
Yeah,
they're all crying a little bit.
Okay, so that's a boot right there. Let's see if we can get it into the light a little bit. But you see that high tech.
Yeah.
You got those nice lines. You get the divots. It's gonna sit perfectly down, like it's I don't know, a Milo Manara standing. I just love this shit. And then Batman just looks so cool. He's so different looking in this shit. I love Raphael Grandpa so much. His art's the shit. So yeah, Gargoyle of Gotham. Check it out for that art, baby.
Ooh,
Can I say something about that I just kind of thought about with Batman?
Yeah.
So concurrently, he is going again, like in his main book, he's dealing with Zur-En-Arrh, right? Where he's like dealing with this, like with the backup memory of just Batman, no Bruce Wayne in him, right?
Nice.
So
okay.
in
I didn't
Detective,
know that, but that gotcha.
Yeah, in Detective, he's dealing with Barbados saying, "You need to accept me, child. I am the God who created you. You just need to, just finally accept me, and I can help you." So, and And it's like, okay, so Batman has a created demon in his own head that he's dealing with right now, an actual demon that he's dealing with right now that almost destroyed the multiverse and is somehow back. And then this came out, and I just thought about it and went just like, so, Bats, like, if someone comes up to you, Batman, well, like, what do you like? They say, hey, so we got the thing with Polka Dot Man here, or, like the Riddler's doing something. You want to be a part of this one too? And he's like, what are they fighting about now? how many concurrent things does Batman have to deal with?
Yeah, he's like, don't you know that I'm dealing with much bigger issues in different books right now?
And it's just like, how many books do you need me in? God dang it. Just like if the
break.
character could talk to the editorial, he'd probably say, can we calm down, please?
Yes. You're overbooking me.
I've been 45 for 40 years, guys. Please let me die.
Little case of Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, he's had multiple entities. They're like, I'm coming for you. You're gonna accept me you're gonna be bad one of these times. And it's like, well, you're both writing almost the same story. So hopefully this one's a little different. The art looks beautiful, but something I picked up on recently.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but I'll flip that art. So that sends it right over to our boy, the man with the most, Johnny Boy. What do you got for us?
All right. So up first, I have an honorable mention, and then I have one that I wanted to maybe lift up. Honorable mention. I sat down on Monday and about over 5.5 hours crushed about 40 comics. I did a horror comics playlist and rocked it, and one of which was a free comic book day issue of Bloodborne. And I have never read it before, and I thoroughly enjoyed it to the point that I picked up Bloodborne #1 today. So this is going to be the Bleak Dominion. I really like this cover with the spiders. All the covers were sharp, which clued me into the fact that, hey, you should be checking this out. Interior art looks like fun. I've never read any of these before, so I'm not familiar with the other stories, but the free comic book day version is really cool because it sums up the volumes in a page. It's like an elevator pitch for each one, and then it jumps into a story. So I am so excited, and it might maybe be reprinting some of this, I don't know, but I am really excited to jump into this, and depending on how it treats me, I might backtrack, scoop up the rest of it, and get familiar that way.
Played the game?
No.
Game's very hard as balls, but it's good.
Yep, and this is another thing, Sam, where you're going to learn. I didn't know it was a game. So
yes, you awesome. Did, John.
I did not know it was a game.
You're a gamer.
It's been a game for
because
non-stop. It's a death.
But remember the last one with the hunter, whatever that was, and you were like, dude, that's a game. And I'm like, I just got it for the art and the story. Because I don't play console games. I don't pay attention to it. I don't.
I know, that's just funny. It's a very famous game.
It's not my it's not my bag.
It was the only reason to get a PS4.
That's not true. There was Dragon Quest, which is why I bought a PS4, and it was great. No,
7 other people.
Just for disclosure for everybody here, I do not follow video games like I should. I don't. If it's not Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest, I don't care.
We're a comic book podcast, or YouTube show. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. So, but I will say though, just with this product standalone, I didn't even know it was a game, and I don't need to. I am really excited about the art, the story, and everything, and I'm excited to get into it. So, shout out to Free Comic Book Day Books, by the way, for really getting the word out about some pretty cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another one that I read was Prelude. It was a Jeff Lemire horror book, the Mythos, that talks about Tenement and 10,000 Feathers, stuff like that. And I've discovered that I have a man crush on his writing because everything that I read of his, I just love it. I still need to read the fish, or I don't know.
Flies?
Yeah. I need to read that still because I bought it based on liking Sweet Tooth. And so there's, I was told if you like Sweet Tooth, you're going to love this. Check it out. So I still need to read that. But yeah, I am really excited to jump into some of this, the Passageway, Tenement, and then 10,000 Feathers, Black Feathers. So I am very giddy. But the book I actually wanted to talk about, because I totally biffed it here, is from Image Comics, and I'm talking Dark Ride. I read issues 2 through 4. I had already read issue 1. Dark amusement parks. Family struggles, death, dead bodies and rides. It's everything that Disneyland can't or won't be.
Yes, it's
And
amusement park.
it is so
that's
funny.
amazing.
This is the greatest book ever. Taylor and Maddie down at our Lincoln store love it too and swear by it. So I am so excited to read issue 5, and then I'll get my mitts on the rest of them too. But yeah, and issue 8 just came out today. So looking forward to checking that out too. But just wanted to lift that up just because it's been kind of a fun one. So.
Dude, no doubt, that's awesome. I love amusement parks. I love movies that take place at amusement parks. It's such a good setting, so that's awesome.
Heck yeah. Well, let's do another round of books here. Sam, what do you got?
Do I got? It has been more challenging since all the DC books, the better ones, are gone. I'm kidding. All right, I guess I'm gonna go off what I had on a whim. I accidentally just went. We went 2 video game tie-in books in a row here. Okay. I picked up Dark Horse's Anthem, the first 3 issues of it.
Oh,
this is based on a video game that nobody played, and it died. But I was going through all of our back issues and putting stuff in, taking stuff out, and I came across these as just in curiosity just got the better of me. I had to okay, let's see what the comic book version of what I thought a dead game would be like. And apparently, from what people told me, the story is actually quite good in that video game, and the comic might be everything that was good about the video game, which was the story. So, frankly, I'm going to give it a shot. It looks very sci-fi, where people are in weird, looking suits and laser guns. I mean, it's been a while since I've read just a pretty hard sci-fi story. So, I mean, here we go. Let's see what Anthem's about.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, Tom, what you got?
I'll send it over to you. I'm all tapped out.
You're all tapped out. I don't know. Something came out today that I might be in love with. And I'm really giddy to talk about it. And I'm so excited about this. Werewolf by Night #1, and I couldn't settle, so I got them all, including this amazing variant cover. I love the lettering on this and just the artwork and the layout and everything. It just made me really happy. I also just wanted to lift up that I love the numbering on this one too. I don't know why, but since I've been doing lettering stuff for the comic book that we're working on, I've been paying a lot more attention to layouts and who's doing what and how they're doing it, the style of the bubble, blah, blah, blah. I'm such a geek about this stuff now. And just little details like that just make me happy. I love the consistent branding of Werewolf by Night. I'm so excited to read this. I did peek through and saw just pages where the orange in the book just really popped. And there's some other colors present too, but just Elsa's hair really pops in some of these pages. I'll lift one up here just as an example, but it's a lot of black and white, and then you'll see just moments of orange in there too. And it's just, to me, it looks like fun. I don't know what's going on in the book. I haven't read it yet. I don't know if I should. I haven't read all the old stuff yet, but either way, I'll probably visit it now. Maybe I'll do an advanced review on Comics by Night and then re-review it when it's time to actually do it after I read all the other Werewolf by Night, and I'll probably have way more insight for you. But ultimately, this is a cool time of the year, and being a #1 and being someone that's fairly new to the genre, this is a cool opportunity to wet your whistle, try it out, and give it a shot. This is going to be, I want to say, a 3 or 5 issue situation. It does let us add to your pull list, which tells me it's more than a one-shot, so I suspect it's like a 3 or 5 issue thing. But definitely worth a look. And boy, with that, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, we got Crypt of Shadows on the horizon here in the next couple weeks. Man-Thing was appearing in Hulk #4 today. I mean, what? This is crazy.
Really good cover.
So I am so excited, you guys. There's a lot of cool stuff popping right now.
Man, those are a lot of Comics by Night. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Shout out to Comics by Night, also sponsored by Rainbow Comics. And yeah, seriously, Tom, thank you, though. I did not know that's what that was. I'm such an idiot. That's fantastic.
So funny.
So, yeah. Well, with that, that's all I had for tonight. No real set itinerary. Banging turnout. Wow. Thank you to everyone that jumped in the comments and just for making this kind of a fun show. Boys, did you have anything else you wanted to lift up?
I could lift up one more if we wanted to.
What you got, Sam? What you got?
I have Gotham City Year One. This is the graphic novel version of it. It was coming out about 6 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a book that is very devious because it, from what you'd naturally expect, this is probably a Batman story, right? This is about Slam freaking Bradley. The original person, one of the original people to be in Detective Comics before Batman was in it.
That's cool.
So he was in the 26 first issues of Detective Comics before it mattered, I guess.
So funny.
And so this is literally like, hey, this is a grimy Gotham story about it's like just a film. It's like a film noir in a book, and it's written by Tom King. So that you know that's my bread and butter. Anything that guy writes, I'm probably gonna love. And this one just kind of flew under the radar for a long time. This was kind of like his Strange Adventures. Like you didn't realize it was great until you read it in full, and you're like, why was this not read beforehand? So I went out of my way to go get this, and I can't wait to give it a read. It's going to be at least one. Once I finish the series I'm doing right now, I'm going to dig into this one right here.
Okay.
And I think the beautiful part about this was when I think we had ordered one just specifically for me one time. So I could have it, but then we just didn't think about it. We put it on the shelf. It happens. We ordered things like a week ahead or something. So we put it on the shelf, and some person picks it up and was so excited to see it. And they were like, "Oh, that was for you. We apologize." Like, I'm happy about that. Someone else saw that and wanted to read it, and that is beautiful to me. And so maybe there's someone else out there who can nerd out about Slam Bradley stories.
Dude,
Heck
Tom
yeah.
King writes those minute characters better than anyone else and makes them the least minute characters in all of our minds. So that's his specialty. Dude, I didn't even hear about this freaking.
It's like it really flew under the radar completely.
So that's awesome.
So I just can't wait. It's going to be a good read.
Yeah. Well, heck yeah. And I guess before wrapping it up too, I would be in trouble if I didn't lift up. We have some store happenings coming up here. Friday, Jason Font, who is the actor who played the Red Time Force Power Ranger, will be hanging out at Rainbow 5 p.m. to close. And then later this month, of course, we have Maria Wolf Lopez, who has done several variant covers for comic books, both Marvel and other publishers. And she's just a terrific human being. She will be down at our Lincoln, Nebraska store Wednesday, September 27th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then at Rainbow Sioux Falls Thursday, September 28th from 4 to 8 p.m. Following that, then she will be at SuperCon that weekend, the 29th of September through October 1st. Friday through Sunday, just kitty corner or just around the corner from our Rainbow booth. So plenty of opportunity to connect with her. She is so awesome. Love her energy, and I'm just so excited to see her again. It'll be a good time. So we are just rocking and rolling with events and more to come. I might have something way on the horizon too. So looking forward to getting more details for that and hopefully announcing it in the future. But yeah, it's just kind of a fun time right now for Rainbow and, for, being out here in South Dakota, just getting all these neat opportunities. We are so blessed, and we are very thankful just for our awesome community, our awesome customers. Yeah, it's cool. So thank you to the community of Sioux Falls and Lincoln for supporting us. That's all I had, though, I guess. Other than that, just a successful show, boys. Tom, great to see you. And we will be back with you next week. Mark could not be here, by the way. Mark just has some stuff going on, so he'll be back with us next week. But we will circle up and talk some more books, and we're going to have some more awesome guests on the way, too. So stay tuned. Anything else you guys wanted to lift up? Nope. All good?
We're all good here.
We're all good. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. All right, you guys. Well, with that, I guess I truly have to close the show. Wait, I'm going to pass it over to Mark and have Tom do the best Mark voice ever. So I say keep it comics, and Tom/Mark says,
Cool. What's his something about? Hey, we're gonna keep begging and boring those never boring. And,
Begging and boring's never boring.
you know what I mean? Boom. Sorry.
We love you, Mark.
Mark, I'm sorry I don't remember your catchphrase, but I do love doing your voice. I do love coming in from right outside Murfreesboro, Tennessee, right outside the Smoky Mountains. Got a lot of good comic shops around me. I know I like DC.
Why does it kind of sound like Shaq?
I don't know,
Does it
man.
kinda
I don't
sound
know.
like
I don't
Shaq?
know. I don't know.
I got
Mark,
a
we
really
love
cool
you.
mustache. Yes, that's me. I'm Mark.
Yeah, shout out to that Barbie selfie he took, by the way.
Yeah, love it, man.
Yeah, we'll have to repost that sometime.
Love you
All right.
so much, Mark.
We love you.
Shout out to
All right.
Mark.
We'll be back with you guys next week. Everyone have an awesome week in comics. And remember, if you're in the Sioux Falls area, come see Sam and I Wednesday through Saturday, all day every week. All right.